So I'm going to do a quick recipe for a loaf of bread. It's like an Italian bread recipe. So I'm going to start with a half cup of warm water and then a packet of dry yeast. And I like Fleischmann's. Is that how you say it? I think so. Fleischmann's. Whatever. That's the kind I like. So I'm going to pour that in there. And I'm just going to give it a little stir with this. I'm going to let that proof. And then I have in here, I have 3 cups of bread flour. You can use all-purpose flour. And then I have 1.5 teaspoons of salt and 2 teaspoons of sugar. That was my sugar. I'm just going to give that a little stir. And then I have half a stick of butter that I melted and a half a cup of warm milk. So I'm going to let this kind of proof a little bit and then I'll mix everything together. So I'll come back. Okay, so one thing I forgot to say is I try to make sure that my water is between like 100 and 110. I like to go 105 just because it's right in the middle. So like right around 105. If it's too hot, it'll kill the yeast, and if it's too cold, it won't activate it. So like I said, you gotta make sure that it's warm enough. So if you want to come in and you can see how it's starting to get a little fluffy, I'm not going to really mix it. I haven't really let it sit very long. But I'm going to dump in my milk. Do that. And I'm just going to mix this a little bit with that. And then I'm going to put my butter right in here. From there, I'm going to just dump in the flour, sugar, and salt in the mixer. And then I'm going to dump this right into the mixer. Make sure I get everything in. And then I'm going to start my mixer on speed 4. And after everything gets incorporated, then I'm going to turn it down to speed number 2 and let it like stir and knead for 6 to 8 minutes. Alright, so it's been just about 8 minutes. So I'm going to turn it off. And see if I can get her to hold the camera again. Pull this off. And from here, I'm going to make it into a ball. And I just kind of squeeze everything and push it in at the bottom. So, I got a little ball. Put that in there. And sometimes I use olive oil. Sometimes I just spray with cooking spray, and that's what I'm gonna do. And then I put plastic wrap. I put plastic wrap over top of it. Some people say you can use a towel. Or like a flour cloth or something like that. But I'm just gonna put some plastic, and then I put it in my oven, the back corner with the light on. And I'll let that sit for about an hour, and then we'll come back. All right, so it rose, and then I just pushed it down. And now I'm gonna put it on the table, roll it out into a rectangle, and then roll it from there. I'll show you what it looks like after that. All right, so I rolled it out in kind of a rectangle, and now I'm just going to roll it up. Take it from here. Pinch my ends together to make it look a little bit better. And then let it sit for another hour. I'm going to put a towel over it and put it back in the oven with the light on. So here is my Italian loaf. I could have let it rise a little bit longer, but it's already getting kind of late. I should have had this done first. So now I'm just gonna coat it with a egg wash. Sorry. And put it in the oven at 350 for 30 minutes.